Ready? Put in.
Okay. Just, okay,
right.
we're sitting down or we're going... Good
Do this
evening.
first.
Good evening.
So today I am mainly camel.
Yes. And I'm mainly giraffe.
And we'll explain that a little bit later. Right. Diddling. Actually, I've got to have to do it that way, otherwise I can't see what's going on.
Exactly.
Like that and like that. You can see fine. So
Yeah.
It's better. Right. Okay, okay. Right, it's below there, isn't it? Hello.
Hello.
Right. Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking. Right. So as per norm, we were. Actually, first hang on one second.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, darling.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. To the camera over there. Cheers. Yes. So as per norm, we were having us tea 2 seconds ago, and then straight to the studio. As it says, live from Strawberry Cottage. I've changed it. Said live from there, but I thought we might as well be specific, might we? Live from Strawberry Cottage.
You're a bit.
Am I a bit close to you?
Yes. Well,
I'll go on an angle. How's that? I'll go a bit like that.
Okay. I think that's a bit better.
Like that.
Thank you.
Go like that and like that. Right.
Are you
So that's fine. Yeah. And right. So yeah. So hello. I think Carol's here.
Hello, Carole.
Hi, Carole.
Hello, Linny.
Hey.
Lovely to see you, girls. It was
Indeed.
touch and go as to whether I'd be in front of the camera tonight. It's getting worse.
Yeah,
the prima donna syndrome.
Yes, it all adds to the because of the whole thing. Really, will it happen? Would it happen? I mean, you don't know, do you? It just turns on.
Yeah.
It's a whole saga goes on beyond that wall there. We walk through and we're all smiles. It's all like a.
Well, I've not been feeling very well.
No, you know, you haven't.
I haven't been feeling well, and
you haven't.
Ay.
I know.
But I'm not giving in, so I'm not going to give in.
No, even if the weather's turning, apparently, lost the sun for next few days or next week or so. But we've been pretty good, haven't we?
That's it. We've had summer now.
We've had summer.
That's what everybody says, isn't it? Oh, we've had summer now.
But it's actually not summer. This is still spring. Oh, June, flaming June. I suppose we're sort of close to what should be.
I always think, should I be a miserable bugger?
We want summer all the year round. But do you? That's the question, really. Would you want summer all the year round? It's like California, isn't it? It's a Bob song called California. It says, I'm used to 4 seasons. California's got but one.
Yeah, well, there you are.
We'll have to ask Liz, wouldn't we?
I did say, though, after hankering to move to sunnier climes in Europe, or New Zealand, or anywhere where it's warm all the time, I've found it quite bloody warm the last few days, which is quite worrying, really, because I just think, crikey, I'm getting old. That's it.
Yeah. No.
I've had it.
We've been doing stuff, haven't we?
I've been doing stuff. We've been doing lots of stuff. So, are you ready?
Particularly, no. I'm just making noises.
Well, because I could ramble on for a while unless you're ready.
Well, I think we should do a song for a minute, and then just trying to think what I could probably do without messing up. I know, I'll do this one. So I think I've got down here. Let's do this on Nothing or As in One. I don't know when this one. Actually, I'm not so sure I know this one. But I should wait. Actually, wait until if Steve does come. Steve, best man, Steve. Okay. It relates more to him actually. So I'll do something else. I will do. I know. Let's do one with the words. I know. I'll do this one. Which I think I do.
This is one of my very favourites of all time.
So it's a Bob song, which has a whole history as far as Bob's concerned, and definitely has a whole history as far as we're concerned. But good and bad. Probably good, I'd say.
I think definitely good, darling.
Okay.
This
I'm
is
blotting out the bad bits.
First time I've heard you sing it since that fateful day.
I've probably done it since I got them. I did it in when we were in Bali. Remember?
Oh, you did.
Because Scott, I think, was saying, "Did you do it?" And I said, "No, I had to go anyway."
Okay.
I think so.
Anyway, it's the
we'll give it a
most
go.
beautiful song. It's a prayer.
I sort of. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, be upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hand always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of changes shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young.
Beautiful.
Thank you. Bob's song, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we won't go into the story there.
No.
But, anyway.
Mainly it was christening.
It was the christening, yes. It was your choice for Charlie's christening. And, yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And anyway, Julio is here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All the way from... Oh, is he still in the Netherlands?
He is in the Netherlands.
Okay. At the moment.
At the moment. Hello, darling. Lovely to see you. Welcome.
What else have we got?
I nearly didn't make it tonight. Had a bit of a downturn since I spoke to you in the week.
Yeah, nothing.
But anyway, I'm here.
So, we'll have a little bit of a chat before the next one. So what can we say? Well, we've been busy.
Stan's been very busy.
We've been gardening. Mainly gardening.
Yeah, mainly gardening, yes. Got a whole bunch of lovely plants.
We've got a load of planting. We've got raised beds now.
I felt the day I felt better. I went in the car to pick. I ordered it the day before, and then went to pick up a lot of plants from the nursery.
Loads of plants. Yeah.
And
Admittedly, we're sitting there for quite a long time saying, "Plant me, plant me."
Well,
and eventually we got around to plant them.
Yeah, we finished them off today,
Yeah.
but can't remember when I collected them. But
That's
anyway,
a week ago.
I carefully packed them into the back of the MX-5, including a large bag of compost.
The Optimum car to go to the garden centre. MXY sports car.
It was
like, with the top of the, with the drop down top.
Fortunately, the top was down.
Actually, not bad boot. but it's a far cry from the estate we had. Yes. So you can get on a mountain there, and you can't probably get me in. So you had it on the passenger side as well. On the seats. You went by yourself.
Yeah. Everything packed fantastic. In there.
So yes, we've got the beginnings of a vegetable patch now.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Stands-built raised beds, which looking
got
magnificent.
Loads of muck. No, we got
shoveled all the muck in.
It was mix of muck and soil, wasn't it? It was like people care. Anyway, so we were looking for topsoil, and then we thought, I think you found it. You think, they got this topsoil and compost, manure mix. Thinking, fantastic, mix. Just right for vegetables, apparently. Ideal.
So we'll keep you posted.
Well, but there's a little story here. And then you rang up, and they said we can't
deliver until a week on Thursday.
Like this was like the Wednesday, so like it's over. Nearly. I think it's a Friday, so it was nearly 2 weeks, and they're like down the road in Edinburgh.
And of course, I'd already bought the vegetable.
We were all ready to go. Thinking maybe a few days, but what, 2 weeks? And fortuitously, down the road we have a Might and Shining Army, don't we?
Have the lovely Michael Partridge, who's local landscape gardener.
If you're looking for landscape gardening, Michael Partridge, look him up.
He's your man.
He's the guy. Yeah. He's the guy. What a guy! And who said, "Shouldn't be that long, really. I'll have a word. I can pick it up and drop it off." I said, "Sure." I said, "Yeah." So next day,
Saturday morning,
he went and he came back with a trailer full of stuff. Left the trailer there for me to unload. Several hours later. He came and picked it up. It's all gone. It's fantastic. What a guy. So it's all done. So that was very nice.
So we got the runner beans in finally today. And the wigwam. I made a wigwam the beans are in and the strawberries are in.
Yeah.
And the courgette is in.
They're all in.
And the tomatoes. So yes, looking forward to them. So owing to the fact I've spent such a long time in the garden, you might notice I've got really puffy eyes as well tonight. So there we are. Hay fever.
Yes, I know. Not good at all.
Anyway, I'll try not to moan too much.
Right, so what's it say there? I was just thinking of doing a particular song, and I just need to know which.
Can I help you there?
Thank you. And it says it's without anything. I don't believe that's true. I think there must be a cap on melody. I think it's a cap on the 5th. What's the point making notes if you don't actually make notes? So, bit of reference back to Bobby, of course. So Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, who you all know, Joan Baez, yeah. So in the 60s, of course, they were, what's the word really? Because initially they were just like, she'd been around for like 3 or 4 years, big star on the folk circuit. And then Dylan came along, and he sort of, used her in a way, forged a relationship, and went on sort of a tour, and she invited him up to sing on all these gigs, and everybody was going, what the hell's this guy? He can't sing anything, he's just bloody awful. Up until when he wrote, and then there's a big hit for Peter, Paul and Mary of Blowing the Wind, and all of a sudden there was Bob's with her as well. Anyway, and then they did actually become very close. And through to about 64, 65, when because he's such a guy, Bob, and he, I doubt if he's ever actually been a monogamous chap. Either way, he'd met his wife of his kids called Sarah. Well, the kids weren't called Sarah. The wife was called Sarah. They're called lots of different names. Otherwise, it'd be confusing. Everybody's called Sarah. It'd be ridiculously confusing. And he so met her in sort of like 65, and then married her.
Dumped Joan.
Well, didn't actually tell her really that he was actually now, well, not so engaged, but I think got married mainly because I think at that point she was pregnant, and then eventually dumped Joan. Yeah, but they went on. He came over here in 65, and to do his last acoustic tour, really, just purely acoustic tour. And there was that film Don't Look Back, you might have seen. I've not seen, but there's all clips where Joan's there expecting to be invited up on stage like he had been invited up on stage 2 years before, and he never did. He never bothered inviting her. So she hung in there for probably a few months as well on the tour, and then eventually just went home. And it was a sort of odd thing, and then he dumped her. And then later on in like the 70s, Rolling Thunder, they got together again, and friends again. Anyway, either way, Joan was mainly, of course, a folk singer, as in singing other people's old traditional folk songs. And then she started to sing other people's self-written songs, like, what I mean, like, what do I mean? Singer-songwriter type songs, particularly protest songs, I suppose, including Bob's. And then she did start to write some songs, and a number of which I do like a lot, and I can't remember some of the other ones. But there's 2 or 3 which all sort of seem like Bob. But the famous one is this one I'm going to do now, which you might have heard, and I'll give it a go. And I remember some of the words, and I might look at it a bit, and then I probably won't be able to read half of them because it's quite small type, but we'll give it a go and see what you think. Right. But it's all the story, essentially, her take on her and Bob, and reflecting back on those early days, particularly in Greenwich Village, and that whole life.
Damned, here comes your ghost again. That's not unusual. It's just that the moon is full. You happen to call. I sit and on a telephone, hearing a voice I've known couple of light years ago, heading straight for a fall. As I remember, your eyes are bluer than robin's egg. My poetry was lousy, you said. Where are you calling from? A booth in the Midwest. Burst on the scene, already a legend, the unwashed phenomenon, the original vagabond, straight into my arms. Now I see you standing with brown leaves falling around, selling the window and then drumming turning Washington Square. Speaking strictly for me, we both could have died then and there. Now you're telling me that you're not nostalgic. Well, give me another word for it. You were so good with words, making things vague. I need some of that vagueness now. All comes back too clearly. I love you dearly. All you're offering is diamonds and rust. I've already paid.
That so much.
It's a very pretty song and incredibly well written, given that she doesn't write much.
Beautiful words.
Yeah.
The original vagabond. Yeah.
He was that whole thing, that unwashed guy he was. He was definitely the unwashed guy. Was
he then? Did he not wash either?
He was famously didn't brush his teeth either. So like in the 76, and that Rolling Thunder tour, 75 really, and where they're all doing big ensemble sort of friends of Bob, like Bram and Jack Elliott, and everybody was there. I think Joni Mitchell joined for a while, and Roger McGuinn was on it. Loads and loads of people play with. Thingy.
Was that Roger McGuinn from McGuinness Flint?
Out of the Birds.
Out of the Birds.
And and also Thingy out of the Spiders from Oz. The guitarist. Mick Ronson. Was also play guitar. Anyway, huge ensemble thing, and she did quite a few duets with Bob, and they'll be sharing the mic because it looks fantastic. You see people singing and sharing a mic, it always looks great. But she said it was always a struggle. She had this incredible bad breath. She'd have to sort of.
How dreadful!
I know. He's just a guy, isn't he? He's just like, come on, Bob. I think he's probably grown a little bit now.
Dear, oh dear. Anyway, we've got some more welcomes to do. Hello, good. Jan's here.
Hey.
And lovely to see you, Jan. And you managed to get here earlier this week. Okay? Jolly good, I'm glad. Always lovely to see you. Mandy loved that song. Diamonds and Rust, it's called.
Yes.
And I don't think I've heard...
Joni Mitchell did. Joan Baez did.
Exactly.
Haven't you? No.
I don't think I have. I might have done. But anyway, just wonderful words. Really, really poignant song, I think.
It is. It's a very, very, very pretty song.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. So what have we got now then?
Well, lots of things. Who else is there? There's a few.
There's Mandy. There's Julia. There's Jan. And there's Linny.
Hi.
And
Carole.
And Carole, of course.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do a few songs for you.
So anyway, Julio, I guess it must have been lovely in Amsterdam because your weather's often the same as ours.
But I gather Amsterdam's starting to let people into restaurants and things.
Yeah, so my dear friend Julia, who some of you will remember from our wedding, is an Esalen massage therapist like myself, but works for a studio as well as having his own practice in Amsterdam. And they have just reopened last week, beginning of last week, so things are starting to open in Europe, elsewhere in Europe. And let's see how we carry on here. Has anybody been out anywhere, seeing as we've kind of had restrictions lifted a bit?
Well, people take kids to school, aren't they? In theory.
Yes. Julia says it's summer there today.
Yeah.
It's been summer here for ages. We've had the most glorious weather. I hope you've all been enjoying it. But according to the weather forecast, it's now going to rain for about 10 days. Anyway, Stanley, over to you.
When your mother sends back all your invitations, and your father to your sister he explained that you're tired of yourself and all of your creation. Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? When all the flower ladies want back what they have lent you, and the smell of the roses does not remain, and all of your children start to resent you. Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? With all of the clowns that you have commissioned have died in battle all in vain. Try to prove that your conclusions should be more drastic. Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? See me, Queen Jane, when all of the bandits that you turn the other cheek to lay down the bandanas and complain, and you want someone you just don't have to speak to. Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane? Won't you come and see me, Queen Jane?
Another good one.
Bobby one.
Yeah, another bit of Bob. So Steve's finally arrived.
Yeah. Steve's in the room.
Yeah, he's in the room. And this week's excuse is getting cornered by a door-to-door salesman selling encyclopedia.
It happens all the time, doesn't it?
He said Britannia, but I think he means Britannica.
Britannica. It's actually more though, isn't it? Have you been in an accident? Actually, yes. So, yes, I'd like you to...
He's just corrected himself.
Britannica.
Yeah. Jan's been to Harlow Car today and well recommends it. Very well organised. Excellent. So, worth going to for the bedding plants, Jan. Vegetables, etc. Where the car park's full.
She's not answering.
Well, she will. I'm sure she will.
She's got a microphone. Give her a chance. Right, let's have your list.
Right. Can I help here?
No, it's okay. I think I'm there now. Right. So
anyway,
what else has been happening in the world?
What's been happening?
Why was I holding back for Steve for something I was thinking of? Oh, I know. I remember now. I'm going to do a song in a minute. Relates to Steve.
A special song for Steve.
Same song for Steve. Thank for Steve.
Anyway, how are you all feeling?
I'm all right.
Well, you're all right. You're all right. I've not been feeling great.
No, you haven't. I know. Yeah.
I know. Well, I'm going to tell everybody else
Go on.
now.
You can, you know.
Yeah. No, I've just been feeling very under the weather, I think, and I think I kind of bounced back after a bit of a scare, and then took a nosedive. I don't know whether it's because I'd done too much in the garden and in the sun, or. But anyway, I've not been feeling good at all for the past few days, and I've just been feeling really fed up today. I've been feeling really fed up, and
yeah.
And when
but that's one of the reasons just stand up again. One of the reasons to wear this type of stuff is you can never be miserable if you're wearing giraffes on your.
You can't see the bottom. No, if you're wearing giraffes on your bosoms.
No, exactly. Yeah, and I'm wearing camels.
Camels on his bosoms.
But this is like what do you call this thing? Jumpsuit.
Yeah.
So you've got lessons a couple of weeks time when we can properly do it. You know, the skydiving thing. Should be doing it.
Oh. Yeah. Well, anyway, it's
from Mexico.
From Mexico, yeah. We bought these at a tiny little kind of shop, restaurant, cocktail bar place
on an island on the Atlantic island side of Mexico.
Just off Cancun in the Caribbean bit of Mexico.
Yeah, Gulf of Mexico, I suppose.
Yeah, and I said to Stan, I need you to have this shirt. And he said, no. And
I looked at the price and said, no, I don't need that shirt.
No, I don't need that
shirt. So, no, you need that shirt. And then as soon as she convinced me, then she convinced herself, and me as well, I guess to say, and I need this jumpsuit as well. It was like, okay, we'll just don't worry about the credit card some other time.
Yeah, well, I think.
But it was a one-off, wasn't it? You're never going to see these things ever again.
And they're designed by a Californian artist and beautiful quality,
it's really,
beautifully
really
made, and the sort of things that we're going to have forever. And every time we wear them, we have that memory of where we got them, and it was on our honeymoon.
It was on our honeymoon. It was.
So special. So yeah, we're so lucky. We're so very lucky. I have to try and remind myself this, how lucky we are, and
indeed,
how many wonderful places we've been to together and lovely experiences we've had. But I think I kind of start to get a bit panicky now, because I think, well, what if we could never go anywhere again?
Yeah, no.
And especially, you know, when grew up, I'm going to have another grandson in New Zealand, and I wonder if we'll be able to go there, and yeah, it's just all a bit odd for all of us. I know I'm not alone, but I'm just voicing my stuff.
Now, well, I've been thinking about this recently, is that this is the annoying thing, is that we're all in the same boat. I know you think that'd be a good thing when we're all in the same boat, but it means you can't really moan, because everybody else go, well, yeah, it's the same for us. And oh, God. Yeah. So it's really, really frustrating that we can't be just angry and miserable as ourselves. Everybody else as well. Can't be unique.
Yeah, but I think it's
But it could be the other way around. It maybe is
so different.
Supported,
isn't it?
Maybe.
As my dear friend Linny, who's here tonight. Sorry, as Linny said to me, you know, everybody has been told what to do for the last 3 months, and we're none of us.
No. Keen on that at all.
I'm very keen on that.
No, ridiculous.
Jan says, go to Harlow Car and cheer yourself up. Stunning at the moment.
Harlow, what is it?
Harlow Car Gardens.
Harlow Gardens?
Harlow Car Gardens. He's not from round here, you know.
But the whole place is named after Bron. There's Harlow Hill just over there. Bloody Harlow Car Gardens.
Harlow Car Gardens. It's the RHS garden.
Right.
One of the only 3, I think. There's Wisley and Harlow Car and somewhere else. But anyway.
Near here, presumably.
Yes. And Carole says to think positive. And I think we're all eating too much and drinking too much.
This is probably true.
And Steve says Halford's the only must-go-to destination.
Well, I'm aiming to get back there as soon as I can. I seem to be hanging off the end of the screen here. What's going on?
I think you need to move in a bit, darling.
Or I think let's shuffle the thing. Where's the black thing? Let's just pass us out over there. This is the remote.
Okay.
And with a bit of luck, we'll be able to shuffle us along. Whichever way it is. I never know which way it goes. Oh, that's better.
Okay.
I'm now in the room again.
Yeah.
Hanging on to the edge, gripping onto the edge of the screen there.
Let me back in.
Help! Now, I thought I'd do this one, which is when I was probably 19 or I can't remember, and I was at Chester Teachers Training College, and I went through my hobby at the time was to go to a university somewhere, do the first year and then pack it in, and go to the university, go to a first year and pack it in. So at the time I was doing the Teachers Training College thing, did a first year, packed it in. And I thought, what should I do? And then Steve was over in Rutland. As we mentioned in previous things, Rutland existed, didn't exist, is now exists again. And so I went over there, and he was working for some sort of, I don't know, he's doing his degree. It might have been his year out, probably. I was determined to destroy his career, so I, sort of followed him round and ended up getting thrown out of places and things. But anyway, this particular time, we were in Rutland, and he got me a job on picking peas. So for the summer, I was picking peas. Fantastic for your jeans, because they sort of end up being completely green and rot. So, for the whole thing with patch jeans, remember that whole thing where mainly to do with Neil Young, wasn't it? Patch jeans. So I was patching my jeans and patching my patches of my jeans because they completely rotted through. Anyway, the point was, that wasn't the point really. The point was that I had my guitar, and Steve must have had a guitar, maybe borrow my guitar. No, maybe he had a guitar as well. Anyway, we started doing folk clubs, and we mentioned this again a previous episode. At that point, we were talking about doing a pub, and My Old Man's a Dustman, and anything else to get people singing. Before that, we were doing a couple of folk clubs, and we had a relatively small repertoire, but admittedly, they didn't ask us to do that many songs. It didn't really matter, is it? We had probably 3 songs, and they asked us to maybe do 2. One of which was this one. And I'm going to do it, and you have to imagine Steve doing lots of guitar. Yeah. No, it was very good, Steve. We nearly made it, didn't we? We did. And this was a song that sort of did, and probably as good as this, really, because I haven't done it for a while. But anyway.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eye. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure, or just a moment's pleasure? And I believe the magic in your smile. Will you still love me tomorrow? With life with words unspoken, you say that I'm the only one, but will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I need to know that your love is one I can be sure of. And I believe the magic in your smile. Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow? Will you still love me tomorrow?
Carole King. But it was somebody else, wasn't it? It was a girl group did it. But she wrote it when she was in that whole... Because it used to be, before the Beatles, who messed everything up. It was very straightforward. People wrote songs in big buildings, and other people played them.
The Beatles sang that, didn't they?
Maybe. But I meant they wrote their own songs. But people used to go to Tin Pan Alley, and there would be Carole King, Neil Sedaka sitting in the what's the Brill building, writing songs. Probably was Neil Diamond another guy? Might have been. Joan, yeah, it's a song. Try that one. And it's something like, I don't know, it wasn't the Ronettes, but it was one of those sort of people who, one of those groups who sang Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? And it's only later on in the 70, 71 where she became out as a singer-songwriter. Did some of those songs that were 60s.
Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? Was it, it wasn't the Supremes then that did it?
No, it was an earlier one. We could do a Google, of course, but we won't bother. Somebody else can do a Google. Who was it? Who did originally, as in the hit, Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow? Sorry, I'm sure somebody will come up with that.
No, I'm not. I've lost the cursor.
Well, you don't need them. That's God's way of saying...
because I want to move the comments down.
Well, it probably needs batteries in
the Shirelles, thank you,
Shirelles,
Lynette.
thank you.
Thank you, Lynette.
That way, isn't it? Shirelles.
Yeah. And Jan, rose mead?
Rose mead?
Is that what you're drinking?
Oh,
or is that what you recommend to lift the spirits?
Rose mead. Oh.
Rose mead.
Is that like... Because mead is like a...
It's a drink made from honey by monks.
Yes. And rose mead, I see, must be with a bit of rose in there as well. Who knows? Well, maybe... Carole, who was suggesting that? Who suggested
Jan.
Jan. Or maybe Jan knows. Maybe.
I think she will. Tell me. What are you singing now?
Right. How are we doing for time? We've already got loads of time. We've got 15 minutes. God, a lifetime. Let's do... I was going to do this one, right? Which is... I was thinking some Neil Young songs. I've got 2 or 3 I could do, actually. But I'll just do this one, I think, for a start. A little bit sad. It's about a sort of break-up song, really, but it doesn't mean anything beyond. It's quite a nice song.
Lover, there would be another one who'll hover over you beneath the sun. Tomorrow, see the things that never come today. When you see me fly away without you, shadow all the things you know. Feathers fall around you and show you the way to go. But it's over. But it's over. Nestle in my wings, my little one. It's special. Morning brings another sun. Tomorrow, see the things that never come today. When you see me fly away without you, and all the things you know, shadows fall all around you and show you the way to go. But it's over. But it's over.
To resolve it. No, is the answer. Maybe for somebody, but not for us. Maybe for Neil at the time, presumably.
Anyway, Rosemead is the other RHS garden. Wisley, Harlow-Carr and Rosemead. And...
That makes more sense.
Thanks, Jan. And Steve says he used to go out with a girl called Rosemead.
Rosemead? Nobody's called Rose. Rosemead? I'm just going for a walk. I'll be asking a minute. Talk amongst yourselves.
Where are you going then?
Probably.
What are you going for?
I'm going for this music, which I'd lyrics which I've forgotten to
bring over. Okay.
Okay. And I thought I'll give this one a go. Can you hear me? I'll give this one a go. And it's again something I don't really know, which has now become my forte, to sing songs I don't know. And so this is. Remember we did a little while back, Ruby for Carole, which was not the Kaiser cheese, which
Somerset. Yeah, that sounds about right, John. Somerset.
And it was Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town. And I think, was that when he was part of Kenny Rogers and the 4th edition? Kenny Rogers and the something.
3rd edition.
Yeah, whatever. It might have been the 4th edition. Don't think so.
Rogers and the...
Or the 1st edition. Or maybe not edition. Maybe not numbers. But anyway, he was in something. And then he became Kenny Rogers. He's probably always Kenny Rogers, but he became a solo guy.
It must have been first edition.
I think it was the first edition.
Yeah. First edition.
Yeah. Anyway, and and made lots of albums, of course, and died relatively recently, hasn't he, Kenny?
He did,
sadly.
yeah, last week, I think, or the week before.
So I'm going to give this one a go, and again, I should have made a note about when I'm supposed to put the capo. I'm going to do it without, because he's got a very deep voice, of course, so I might be singing deep here.
This is another pretty one, Linda says thank you. There have been a lot of very pretty songs.
I think I'm going to do it next time because I've actually I'm pretty sure it's a different key that I'm always playing one thing and I'm pretty sure it's not.
He works hard to give her all the things she wants.
See, that's very low, isn't it? So okay, so this is Can You Watch the Song? And it may or may not go right, but we'll give it a go anyway.
He works hard to give her all the things she wants. 3-card garage, her own credit card. He pulls in late to wake her up with a kiss goodnight. If he could only read her mind, she'd say, buy me a rose, call me from work, open a door for me, what would it hurt? Show me you love me with a look in your eyes. These are the little things I need most in my life. The days have grown to years.
There's two things. One is that I've forgotten how to say, well, my phone's going. I just should have knocked it off, shouldn't I? I'm going to just shut it up because whoever it is, it's probably Stevie called last time for some ridiculous reason. And it was Steve as well. Stop calling me Steve. Well, I won't call it. What else can you call him except for Steve? Right, I'm going to shut my phone off. Next time, it's a very pretty song, and I'll give that a go. Nah, I forgot how it goes, but I planted that little seed. It's a very, very nice song, and we'll do that next time around, but not at the moment. How we doing?
Okay.
Right, so we've got 10 minutes, so we need to...
Could do this one, which is I absolutely love.
Well,
which is another bit of a sad song.
Yeah,
and that one you've got.
Well, yeah, I've got all these lyrics, doesn't it? Know how to do them. I've lined them up at some point to learn how to do them.
Do you know, it's a surprise for all of you, everyone, just as much of a surprise for me, because I never know what he's going to do.
I was bruised and battered, couldn't tell what I felt. I was unrecognizable to myself, so my reflection in the window didn't know my own face. Brother, you gonna leave me wasting away on the streets of Philadelphia. I was bruised and battered, couldn't tell what I felt, unrecognizable to myself, so my reflection in the window didn't know my own face. Brother, you gonna leave me wasting away in the streets of Philadelphia. La 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 the avenue till my legs felt like stone. Heard the voice of friends vanished and gone. At night I hear the blood rushing in my veins, like I'm whispering as the rain on the streets of Philadelphia. La 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 la. you are not my friend. My clothes don't fit me no more. Walk 1,000 miles just to slip the skin. Night is falling, I'm lying awake and feel myself fading away. So brother, leave me with a faithless kiss, or leave each other alone like little streets of fear. La 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 Bruce. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Right. A little chat, and then I'll think about the last song, whatever that is. So, what? Okay. Anybody else joined us? Any other?
No. Steve just says rookie mistake again.
With
calling you, I suppose.
Oh yeah, he did that last time, didn't he? For some reason, I think he's doing it as the test. He's probably thinks my phone's off, and he's going to leave me a message. So there's some fantastic songs here, most of which I can't remember how to play. Just passes the Bob one, and also there's another one with a list of songs somewhere, buried in here somewhere. Oh, it's a list of songs. It's probably that. What's that one? No, the top somewhere. That one there. Right. So, how are we doing? 5-2. So, yeah, so what else I was going to say, one of the things I've been pondering about is how long to carry on this for. That's one thing I was thinking of. Because initially it was sort of, well, we're all locked in, aren't we? So nobody can go out to yeah, it's a pretty song, but I haven't done it for a while. It's a John Martin song. And how long to do it, think, well, we're all locked in, it's good, I can't play gigs, and maybe you obviously can't go see a gig. And maybe this is quite a nice thing. And then initially it was just like me singing. I thought, well, it's quite nice for us two just to be chatting. So it's like, even though you're not there, sit in the same room, we feel you there, don't we?
We do.
So it's good for us to be talking to you, as presumably vice versa.
Yes, it's really good, because we kind of feel a bit of a connection. And
yeah. So, but then I'm thinking, I don't know, how long are you going for? So I guess we'll do it as long as we come away feeling good afterwards, really.
Yeah, because it is always really nice. But
yeah. It's been a bit traumatic the last couple
of weeks. I've kind of thought,
for good reasons, you're not feeling good. And it's been and broadly, if it's just me, I'm not going to do it really, because I'm not really interested in just doing me playing guitar to a blank screen. It doesn't really interest me, really. I'm not so sure if playing it, to an audience interests me anymore, anyway. But either way, I only like doing this. That doesn't mean that, I've been saying to it, this is not like an ultimatum. It's a two of us nothing. But broadly, it's a two of us nothing, really. Anyway.
Well, I'm glad about that.
Well, yes. I like to do things together. I'm not really want to do something solo. But I'll finish with a song, because you have to, don't you? Really have to sing with a song. And so the question is, what's a nice song that I've done that one. What's that one? I'm not going to do that one. How about I've done that one?
Open the Door, Homer. What's that?
Open the Door, Richard. There's a certain thing that I learned from Jim. He'd explain, I always understand that there's a certain way that a man must swim if he expects to live off the fat of the land. Open the door, Richard.
Yeah, okay. I know that one.
Nobody knows that. But, Bron knows it because I sing it in the bathroom.
Well, no, I know because I've got most of Journey's albums, but I didn't know it was called Open the Door, Homer.
Journey? It's Dylan's song.
Oh, was it?
Doesn't mean they haven't done it. Maybe they did.
No, Joni Mitchell.
Oh, Joni.
Journey.
It's going to be that's a bit of a weird cover. No, it's not Joni. It's Bob. Like McGuinness Flint or whatever. Might have done like you were talking about. I know. I'm gonna finish with another. I know. I'm gonna do this one.
Can't you do that?
My Young Anti-Dustman. That one.
No. What's that? The one that you play a lot on.
Well,
you used to play it a lot when I first met you on the car thing. Is it not? I want to know what love is. That other Journey that made me think.
I don't know Journey songs.
You do.
I don't. All right, I'll do this one. I don't. We won't be hearing this for a while.
It's closing time. Shine on all the lights. Lead you out into this world. It's closing time. Open all the doors for all the boys and all the girls. Closing time. One last call for alcohol, so finish your whiskey and beer. Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. It's closing time. Time for you to go back to the places that you will be from. Closing time. This room won't be open till your brothers or your sisters come. So gather up your jackets, move to the exits. I hope you have found a friend. Closing time. Every new beginning starts with some other beginning's end. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. I know who I want to take me home. Take me home. Closing time. Open all the doors. Lead you out into this world.
And that's a bye-bye.
Wonderful.
Thank you. And thanks for coming. Thanks for staying.
Is that Bob?
No, it's closing time. It's by I can't remember. It's a band. I'll think of it in a minute. Not the Calling. One of those guys. 90s band.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you for coming, everybody, and we'll see you again next week.
Thank you.
Take care.
We
Love
need to
you
go.
all.